Welcome to Kendra's Artistic Crochet Designs. And we're going to finish up this plaid baby blanket today. And so the next section of, we did the first three sections, and now we're going to do the other three sections. You need your dark color, and then you're just going to chain two. This is probably the easiest one of all of the sections. So we are going to skip the first chain on the hook and go to the second chain and pull up a loop. And then we need to pull up a loop right here too. So you should have 3 loops on your hook. We're going to go through 2 and go through 2. Easy peasy. Okay. So you are just going to repeat that. Let's see, we are doing, yes, we're just doing a simple stitch because we're using a simple stitch to do the dark. So you're just going to do a simple stitch and then go into the back. And you're going to take this all the way up to the end. So this is just a very thin piece. Do your simple stitch and then connect it to the next stitch and then go through 2, go through 2, and just keep going until you go all the way up. This goes all the way up to the end of the blanket. So that's why this is so easy and it won't take very long to do. All right, so that's how you do that section. Just it goes all the way to the very end. Same color. We don't change no colors or nothing on this. So we will we'll finish this up, and I will see you for the second section of our blanket. Our this is the 5th section. This is the 4th section. I'll see you for the 5th section of the blanket. All right, so I'm at the very top of this blanket, and we need one more row. So we're just going to slip stitch and do a single crochet, and then we're going to slip stitch to the side here. And that will finish off that row. So then we can just cut that off. And I usually like to make a long tail so I can sew it in properly. Anyway, so there it is. That is our 3rd section and probably the easiest section of this blanket. I love doing that part of the blanket. Okay, so now the 4th section, or I'm sorry, that was the 4th section. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so now we're going to do the 5th section. It repeats this section right here. So the 5th section is this section right here, actually. So we're just going to repeat that on the other side. Take our white and slip stitch into this first stitch down here. And we're going to chain 4, 2, 3, 4, and then we're going to, these are half doubles, so we're going to wrap our hook, go in the second chain from the hook, bring up a loop, wrap the hook, go into the next chain, wrap the hook, go into the next chain, and then wrap the hook before we connect it to the side right here of this first stitch. All right, and now we want to go through 3, go through 3, go through 3, go through 3. All right, so we need, this is 6 rows, I believe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 6 rows. So we're going to need 5 more rows of that, and then we'll be back for the next section. So just keep going 5 more rows, then we'll be back for the next square. Alright, so the next, we've got 6 rows of the white, and now we need 4 rows of the light color. So we're going to go through those 2 to bring up a loop, go through the next 2 to bring up a loop, and the next 2. So this first row is just a simple stitch in this light color, but the other 3 rows is purled. So we're going to purl the next row, all right. All right, so there's 3 rows. Forget we're going to purl. And then the next 3 rows is, we've got 4 rows of the light, and then we go to the white, and we need 3 rows of that half double, and then we have 2 rows of the dark that goes across here, and then 3 rows of the half double, and then 4 rows of your light, and then you start over and continue all the way up like that. So like I said, this row repeats this row. So this row is on both sides. It just repeats it. So just keep going, repeating this row until you get to the very top, and then we'll be back for the last section. Okay, so the last row, we are going to start with the light, and we're going to chain 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then in the second chain from the hook, start picking up loops, and we should have 6 loops on your hook, and then we're going to add a 7th one when we connect it to the side here. All right, and then we're just going to go through 2 and go through 2, 2, 2, and 2. All right, so this is purled, so the rest of the 5 rows is purled. And so what we're doing, we're actually repeating this row the second row right here. So you'll do this whole second row over again over here. So we're repeating the second row, and then you'll go all the way up with that, and then you'll go back to the first row and start over again, and you'll do row 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and I'm trying to remember how many times. I think I went across there. I repeated it 3 times. I think I did. Because it's repeated 4 times going up this way. I think it's repeated 4 times going this way too. Okay. And then you'll end up with this though at the end. Just like we did this, repeat it 4 times and ended up both of these together like this. Both of these. And then yeah, repeat. I think we repeated it 4 times. Okay, I'm going to work on this 6th row, and then I'll be back to tell you what to do next. Okay, I got the pink one out, and I repeated rows 1 through 6 3 times. So there's 1, 2, 3, and then I ended up with this one. You end up with the row 1. So you have to do row 1 over again, and here's what it looks like 1 through 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then you repeat this 2 more times and end up with this. Okay, and then the border of this blanket is the exact same one as my gingham baby blanket. So go to my gingham baby blanket where I do the border around that, and you will see it's the exact same border. So anyway, that concludes this baby blanket, and I really think it's beautiful the way it came out, and I love it. So this one's going to be pretty too. There's just something about this color. I really like this color. Anyway, so that is going to conclude my this baby blanket, and I want to thank you guys for watching. Have a great day, and bye bye now.